Welcome to M&M Sports Podcast number 68. Tonight, we're going to jump right into Husker hoops. Two more huge wins, Brian. A come-from-behind win at Indiana, and then just a romp of the Oregon Ducks last night. Nebraska really put it to them.
Yeah, that win at Indiana, I mean, I was ready to count them out, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, they got down big. I'm thinking, okay, this isn't a bad loss. It's the Indiana Hoosiers. Right. You're on the road.
We knew this was going to happen one of these days.
And somehow,
right?
I somehow I turn back to the TV and it's a close game again.
I mean, what are you talking about? They were only down by 16 in the second half. You thought we were going to lose?
I was pretty sure of myself at that point.
Yeah,
but
same here.
But Eric, I think one thing we've got to understand with this Husker basketball team is this isn't the same team as the ones we've had in the past.
Yeah,
these guys. They get down, but there's something in this group that gives them that tells them, hey, we're down, but we're not out.
A sense of resiliency and then some right now because they have been tested and they continue to defy the odds as far as staying undefeated.
Every week we think this is the week, and every week they prove us wrong. We've said this all season long. Enjoy the ride. If you're a Husker fan, if you're a college basketball fan, you should be enjoying this right now.
Right. And we were talking earlier, I don't know if there's a game where, honestly, every player has had their best game on that given night. For example, last night, like we said, Rink Mass didn't have his best game, and the Oregon game was an absolute annihilation without Mass having, a super productive night.
Yep. The Ducks kept it close there early. Right before the half, Nebraska hits a stretch. The second half's a blowout, and here you are. You've got a cast of characters that jump in and fill that role when Mast maybe doesn't have his best
Exactly.
night.
You have different guys literally stepping up every night as far as who the high point guy might be. I know last night, looking at other aspects of the game, Hoiberg had 5 steals, I believe, in the first half. I mean, those type of things where they're getting performances that are just crazy right now from different individuals.
He may be one of the most underrated players in college basketball.
Perfect. I mean, that's a perfect word because yes, he's not going to be your high point dude.
No.
most nights, but he's going to get you. He's going to get steals. He's going to get some rebounds because he's in the right place at the right time, and he's very aggressive.
Yep.
He's very, he has a high basketball IQ.
Yep.
That's what I'm trying to say. And yes, he knows where to be on the floor. It's not an accident that he gets all those rebounds and that gets those steals and gets some assists as well.
The intangibles, he's just, and I noticed it from the start, the first possession of the game, Oregon missed. First rebound of the game went to Hoiberg.
Yes, it did.
So that, I noticed that and I'm thinking, okay, here we go. Like, he's already contributing in this game. Like, get ready. We're going to see something tonight.
Yeah, like perfect word you used was intangibles, and yes, he's got a high basketball IQ as well. The combination of both, for sure.
Yep. Just, I mean, to be 17-0 at this point of the season, we're ranked 8th right now, which ties the highest, I think, ranking of all time by Nebraska. Mm-hmm. Barring something crazy, we're going to probably move up a spot or two this week again. I mean, we've said this. We've used all the hot words, but we're in uncharted territory.
Yes.
We 21 straight wins. My God. I mean, those are volleyball numbers. Those were mid-90s football numbers. Those have never been Husker basketball numbers.
We talked last year when they were in that tournament in Vegas. I remember us, and I'm sure a lot of other people said, there is something to be gained if you can take what you accomplished in this tournament and carry that into next season. Yep. And I believe that has happened.
They've done it.
It sure as hell didn't hurt anything. No. We know that. And getting Rink Mass back, of course, this year was huge. Who knows what they would have done if they would have had him last year.
Oh, exactly.
We'll never know.
But to go 4-0 in that Crown tournament, to me, that was more beneficial to this team than had they made the NCAA tournament and lost in the first round.
That's sure how it looks right now, for sure.
People can joke with you and say, "Oh, well, it was the Crown tournament." Mm-hmm. Well, true. However, we went 4-0 in a matter of, I don't know, what was it, 5 days in that tournament in Vegas. Beat a couple quality opponents, and like you said, we found a way to carry that momentum. Coach Hoiberg went out in the offseason. He brought Jamarcus Lawrence back.
Right.
We had a big signing in Sanford from Iowa, who has been a huge contributor. I mean, I don't know where we'd be without that kid right now.
He has one of the quickest releases that I've seen in some time. I mean, he really has a quick release on that shot.
It's and there's not a bad spot on the floor for him to take that shot from either, you know?
No, he's got the green light.
Yeah.
Green light.
He's right there. If he's got the ball in his hands, I'm not worried. Then you throw in freshman Braden Frager. I mean, this kid he has no conscience. He's not scared of anything.
And he's also one of the better athletes on the team.
Yeah.
Of the kids that play.
Yeah.
His athleticism is very noticeable.
Yep. So, you throw some of those new guys in the mix. You bring Rink Mass back from injury. We lose Connor Essegian early in the year to injury.
Great point, yeah.
You know?
I mean, he had a pretty stellar year last year.
Yeah.
A very good three-point shooter. They lose him, and it hasn't. I mean, all due respect to him, it hasn't really hurt him.
Yeah.
They've had other guys fill that void, we'll say.
And maybe those guys got that chance with him gone.
Right.
And that maybe they might not have gotten that chance otherwise.
The only good thing about injury is it does create opportunity.
Yep.
Injury creates opportunity for other players.
Exactly.
I mean, looking at the upcoming schedule, Brian, Nebraska is going to be favored in their next 3 games. It doesn't guarantee anything. They are at Northwestern Saturday, and we should mention this based on their ranking right now. They're going to get every team's best shot.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's something that we haven't had to deal with as Nebraska basketball fans, and they haven't had to deal with as coaches and players. Everybody's laying for them now.
We will not be looked at as an underdog.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
At Northwestern, like I said, we'll be favored to win that this Saturday, and then hosting Washington on Wednesday, January 21st. Nebraska will be favored in that game as well. And then I assume they will be favored at Minnesota on January 24th. And those games all precede the big one at Michigan, Tuesday, January 27th. So if everything goes according to plan, Nebraska could be undefeated going into that showdown against Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves for sure, but to be 20-0 going in to a matchup against a top 5 Wolverine team, that would carry a lot of momentum for the Huskers. Obviously, tough team, great coach team in Michigan, tough place to play. But if we're 20-0 going into that game, I'm feeling pretty good about our chances.
And there's not much to lose.
No,
you're probably going to lose one of these days.
Yep.
More than likely. I keep thinking that a loss might be coming. I'm sure a lot of fans have, but they just keep winning.
But it's like you said when we were talking before we came on here. They just keep finding that way. There's
right.
It's bound to happen sooner or later, but each time we win, each week we go undefeated, that sooner or later you start wondering if it's going to come.
Sure. And we know they're good. It's just it's the nature of college basketball. Yeah. The best teams lose. Iowa State lost at Kansas last night. I mean, yeah. So it's no disrespect to this Husker team. It's just law of averages. It's going to happen, but we're going to continue to ride this baby out as long as we can, and boy, it's fun to follow right now.
Well, also, like we had spoken, Eric, Nebraska is going to pose matchup issues with a lot of teams.
Yeah.
The guys we have on the court, it's going to be hard for other teams to match us. with the athleticism, with the depth. It's just we're gonna pose trouble to teams. We're gonna pose the trouble to teams that we're used to seeing from other teams,
right.
where we have a couple of good players, but we don't quite match up.
Sure.
Well, now we've kind of flipped that table, and that game against Michigan, we'll follow it up with a home game against Illinois. And then the 10th of February, we host a great Purdue team. So we're going to have some great opportunities out there to really continue to show the country what we have.
Right. I mean, right now, things are so good, they're literally playing for seating position.
Yeah.
Right now. That's where we're at.
Yeah, right. I mean, this just again, I want to go back to this game last night. I mean, up until a couple minutes before the half, it is a extremely close contest.
Yep.
It's a 1-2 possession game. Nebraska just catches fire there at the end of the half, and I'm thinking, okay, I don't remember what it was, 7 points, 9 points at the half.
Nebraska was up 42-30 at half.
Okay.
Went on that, I believe, a 14-2 run right there towards the last few minutes of the first half.
And then we come out the second half, and the thing is, that first half, Oregon shot the ball extremely well.
Right.
I think they said they shot like 57%.
Sure, turnovers was what bit them
Yep.
in the first half. That created more opportunities for a Nebraska team that doesn't need any help from other teams.
No, we've talked all year that the assist to turnover ratio
Right.
is just through the roof for Nebraska. We don't turn the ball over a lot. We have extremely high number of assists every game. But at the same time, we're forcing these teams into, a lot of times it's their season high in turnovers when they play us.
Yeah, it's not an accident.
No.
Yeah, Sanford had 28 last night, and Braden Frager, the freshman from Lincoln Southwest, 23.
23, I think.
Yeah.
What, was he like 7 of 11 from 3-point range?
That sounds right.
I mean, that's just unbelievable.
And then Hoiberg, 11 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, a bunch of steals. I mean, it's wild. It's wild. Rink Mass just with 5 points, and Nebraska wins by 35.
Right? I mean, if you think Nebraska is going to go in and beat a team like Oregon by 35, you're thinking probably Mass is putting up 18 or 20 points.
Right.
But it just goes to show again that depth. The way Coach Hoiberg has been able to develop these young players. He's played a rotation of about 7-8 kids almost all season, sometimes even 9. These guys are seeing the floor. Last night was a great example. Your reserves don't normally see a lot of time in Big Ten play.
Sure.
So last night they're getting meaningful minutes against a quality opponent. They're not getting it against Winthrop.
Right.
They're getting these minutes against a Dana Altman coached Oregon Ducks team. So, that's something that these kids, it's going to pay dividends down the road for sure.
I agree. Confidence just growing by leaps and bounds for most every kid on this roster right now. I mean, with each win, with each performance, they continue to gain confidence, and sky is the limit right now. Sky is the limit for this group.
Yeah, we're going to see a win against Northwestern, like you said, on Saturday. We'll have a set, and hopefully at 18-0 going into next week's games.
You bet. All right, college football. We're down to the final two: Indiana and the Canes. Brian,
the Canes, as we kind of talked, maybe they're not the Canes of the 80s, the glory days of the U.
No, Indiana. The Hoosiers look like the Canes of the 80s right
don't
now.
They?
Yeah.
But you know what? For the sake of college football, I'm kind of glad to see Miami coming back here.
Yeah, I mean, you have an old traditional power
Sure.
against what used to be a basketball school.
Yeah.
Indiana's still good at basketball. You get what I'm saying. A basketball school that used to win titles under legendary coach Bob Knight. Football team was never much to brag about, and now, it's that and then some. Indiana looks like the team to beat. If both teams play their best game, I'm just going to jump right into it. Indiana will win.
I mean, I'm looking at this. They've scored 94 points the last 2 games.
Right.
And they've played Alabama and Oregon. They've scored 94 points.
Right.
They've given up 25.
Exactly.
You know, I've not given them the credit all season. I did pick them against Oregon, but that was mostly just because I've picked against them all year.
Sure.
By no means did I expect a 56-22 game.
No, they've gone next level. That's what they've done. They put themselves in their own category. Does that mean that Miami can't win this game? No, but they're probably going to have to catch some breaks, win the turnover battle, what have you, because I believe that Indiana is that good.
Yeah, I do too. Home field advantage. I mean, that's got to give the Canes a little bit.
It will.
You know,
I bet there'll be some Hoosier fans there.
Yeah.
It's not like it's going to be filled with all Miami fans, but yes, it should create some sort of an advantage for Miami.
Yeah, it'd be a fun atmosphere.
Right.
This is a game that obviously I never dreamt of seeing when the season started. I have, other than last week, I have picked against Indiana all season long. With that being said, I am picking the Hoosiers in this game.
Sure.
I do not think they'll win by, 35 against Alabama, 34 against Oregon. So that means this week's 33, right?
Yeah, sounds right.
I don't think it'll quite be that. I'm thinking that, but I do think they win by double digits, 10 to 14 points.
Okay. I mean, Miami's coming off, a nice victory against Ole Miss. It was a back and forth affair. All due credit to them. It just got so overshadowed with Indiana's shellacking of Oregon. Dismantling of the Ducks, who are a pretty damn good football team.
Yeah, they're nothing to sneeze at.
They just ran up against a buzzsaw in Indiana for sure. Yeah, Indiana just steamrolled them 56-22, which is why they are such a sizable favorite against the Canes on Monday.
Yeah,
right now, it's showing Indiana's an 8.5-point favorite. Over and under set at 47 right now. 8.5 and 47. I mean, at this point, I'm picking. I'll say Indiana wins by 14.
Yeah, I mean, at this point of the season and seeing what these teams have done, again, not to take anything away from Miami, but to pick against Indiana would be ridiculous at this point.
It could be to where the only team that can beat Indiana is Indiana.
Yeah, and we might see it. We could see possible. That Monday,
It's sports. Crazy things happen.
Yep.
But, they play like they're capable of playing. Nobody's beating them.
I agree.
Nobody's beating them. It's been a fun story to follow. And they are, kind of the new kid on the block.
Yep.
Starting last year and obviously going into this season. And right now, if they win a national title, all that goes out the window then.
Yes.
Then they will be the hunted next year.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Yep, they will be the team that is getting everyone's best effort week after week, no matter who they are.
That lovable loser moniker that they carried all those years goes out the window.
Yep.
Yeah. Teams will be laying for them.
And also, there's some fans out there who might be rooting for them this year, means that they're in a position they've never been in. Mm-hmm. That'll go out the window next year, too, if they win Monday night.
It might be somewhat comparable to when the Cubs won the World Series.
Sure.
After a 108-year drought, the Cubs, they can never catch a break. Well, after they won it, like I said, that moniker goes out the window.
Nobody's rooting for the Cubs right now. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And Indiana could fall into that same category. They won their football title, and they're not a team that people feel sorry for anymore, or take lightly.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, tune in Monday night. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Big Ten shooting for their third different national champion in the last 3 years.
Yeah, great point. Yeah.
So let's see. We'll see what happens. But like I said, tune into ESPN. It should be a good one.
Yes. All right, NFL. It was pretty competitive. This first round of the playoffs, Brian. It started with the Rams, who were a 10-point favorite against Carolina, and Carolina put up a great fight.
Yes, they did.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Losing to the Rams 34-31. They really pushed the Rams to the limit, so to speak.
No, that's for sure. There was just some great football.
There
games.
was, yeah.
There really was.
That was the biggest spread on the board, and Carolina was up for the challenge.
They and just about pulled it off.
Right. Keep an eye on Carolina here the next year or two. They're definitely headed in the right direction, and the Rams they escaped and got the hell out of there with the win, and they move on. Survive and advance.
But at this time of year, that's all it's about.
Right.
Especially in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Those 3-point wins don't matter.
Right.
It's just get to that next week.
Exactly. And then Saturday night, a team that hasn't had much luck in recent history, the Bears, they found a way against Green Bay. Green Bay had a great opportunity, and they only have themselves to blame. They blew another huge lead.
Huge.
Chicago advances with a 31-27 win. Credit to the Bears for finding a way, and the Packers are left wondering, what if?
I mean, we've talked about this. The Packers season was full of ups and downs, but to give up 25 fourth quarter points this game was over. I had all but written the Bears off. It's done, and lo and behold, somehow they pull off this win, and Green Bay's really got to be scratching their heads right now.
Green Bay will have to be much better at closing out games next year.
Yeah.
That is absolutely killed them this year. They were horrible at closing out games.
All season.
Yep. Consistently bad in that department, so they need to figure that out going into next season.
Yep.
Sunday, Buffalo goes to Jacksonville. That was a battle, and then some. The Bills escape with a 27-24 win over the upstart Jags and get out of there with a win.
Well, the Jags did everything they could in this game to get that win, but the man we've talked about, never bet against Josh Allen. He took them down the field on that final drive, and did maybe the biggest win of his career right now. I don't think he's won a playoff game on the road up until this week. Mm-hmm. This was a big one. This could be a catapult win for him. Yeah.
We're going to go through the matchups here in just a second, but one of the best players, like everybody knows, if not the best currently in the NFL right now. Most impressive win of the weekend for me, it was San Francisco based on guys that they don't have right now, and not to mention the fact they lost George Kittle early in this game. They were down one more dude. Yeah. Somehow they find a way to knock off the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. So credit to the Niners. Most impressive win, in my opinion, of the weekend.
Feel bad for George Kittle. He's going to be out for a while.
Sure.
But
they were already so depleted, and like I said, losing him, they could have said, we're done.
We're done.
Instead, they rose to the occasion, and like I said, found a way to beat a really good Philly team.
Yeah, really good Eagles team for sure.
And then Sunday night, New England just suffocates the Chargers 16-3. New England is a solid team, but the Chargers were really exposed on that offensive line. We talked about that.
You talked about that
They've
last
had a
week.
bunch of injuries and absolutely depleted their depth. And New England, credit to them, took full advantage of them playing with backup guys on the offensive line. And New England advances with a 16-3 win. And then Monday, Houston close game throughout, but then in
Sure.
the second half, they run away 30-6 at Pittsburgh. Biggest thing that came out of that game, Mike Tomlin resigns. So right now you have Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh, who are currently unemployed.
And they're in no hurry. They're just listening at this point.
Long tenured, successful coaches that are just lingering out there right now.
18 years and 19 years, I think. Were
Unbelievable.
The two. Yep.
I believe there's 9 vacancies total. It's insane.
The Steelers, like you said, they battled, but they gave up 23 fourth quarter points. Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers, I saw somebody said, at least he threw a touchdown on the final pass of his career, possibly. Went to the other team, but I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan, so I can say that and smile a little bit.
Right. Yeah, we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
But I said, biggest storyline after the game, Tomlin resigns, and I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, if I was in charge of an NFL team, those 2 dudes would be at the top of my list.
I'd be giving them a phone call, that's for sure.
For sure. Yep. Okay, Saturday, we have Buffalo, the Bills heading to the 1 seed, the Denver Broncos. Brian's pick to win the Super Bowl before the season. And right now, that game is Denver by 1, a 1-point favorite. So basically a pick-em game.
Sure. I mean, this is... I'm really torn here, Eric. I really am. My heart has said Denver all year. But there's been a part of me that has been pulling for Buffalo. Mm-hmm. I want to see the Bills get that Super Bowl. This is going to come down to, more than likely, a field goal, a final drive of some sort. But I can't pick against my original pick. I feel like as much as I want to go with Buffalo right now, I got to stick with Denver. I got to stick with them.
I think Buffalo has the best player on either team, but Denver, home field advantage. Sean Payton, a coach that won a Super Bowl with the Saints. Give me the coaching of Sean Payton combined with that home field advantage and give me the Broncos.
Yep.
That's my reasoning.
We're in agreement, sir.
Josh Allen, like I said, he's a freak. He'll do what he does.
Sure.
But I think Denver's too much in this matchup at home. So give me Denver as
I'm with
well.
you there. Okay.
I'll say Denver by 7.
Okay. Yep.
That'd be my number there. And then San Francisco, a depleted San Francisco team heads to Seattle. Seattle home field advantage, one of the toughest places in the NFL to play. That crowd will be absolutely jacked for a Saturday night game. San Francisco's going to go in there, give everything they got. If they were at full strength, I would pick them to win outright. I'll say they battle, and I'll say they fight, but I'm going to say Seattle gets out of there with a 3 or 4 point win.
I agree with you. I've been pretty high on Seattle since about halfway through the season. Yes, if the 49ers were at full strength, I would expect a much closer game here. But my gut's telling me Seattle. I'm thinking Seattle by 7 or 8 points in this one. Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a challenge and then some, especially a night game at Seattle.
Oh yeah, that place will be loud for sure.
We know, locally, Arrowhead Stadium, one of the loudest, but Seattle,
they're right there.
They're right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yep. Sunday, Houston travels to New England. Patriots, a 3.5 point favorite at home against the Texans.
I mean, we know the Texans can play some great defense. Against the Steelers, they put up 30 points. Can they replicate that against a really good Patriots team? My money's on the Patriots Sunday. I think the Patriots win win by about 6 points Sunday is what I'm thinking.
Yep. Give me Mike Vrabel and that home field advantage. I think will be the difference in what I would say is two pretty evenly matched teams. Houston's defense is probably the best aspect of any aspect of these two teams. But like I said, Vrabel, home field advantage. I'll say New England wins. I'll just go 24-20.
Okay.
Patriots in this one.
There you go.
And then an exciting game for the last of the four, and that would be the Rams at the upstart Chicago Bears. The Rams a 3.5-point favorite, Soldier Field, Sunday evening.
Hey, it's going to be that's going to be a fun place. I'd love to say that the Bears are going to win this game, but I think the Rams are too talented. I think the Rams come in here and escape with a 3-point win.
Yeah, I'll say Rams win by 4.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
The Bear. I mean, that crowd will be nuts.
Yeah. I mean, you got 4 just... If you're a football fan, you got 4 fantastic games to watch this weekend.
Yeah, I'm taking McVay and Stafford as the difference in that game. To offset the home field advantage and Coach Ben Johnson, who would have to be a candidate for Coach of the Year for the Bears right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody expected the Bears to be a 2 seed.
I would say Ben Johnson and Mike Vrabel would have to be top of the list as far as NFC and AFC candidates for Coach of the Year.
You couldn't count either one of those guys out for sure.
Right.
Yep. So that'll take us down to the Final Four after that.
Yep.
Going to be some. It's just between what we have going with college basketball right now, college football championship on Monday, 4 great NFL games over the weekend. There's a lot going on here in the next few days.
Yeah.
If you're a sports fan.
And because Nebraska's been so good and such a surprise this year, it's kind of pushed our Royals talk back a little.
Yes, yeah.
We haven't forgot about them, but I believe a few weeks ago I mentioned that we we'll address the Royals and where they currently stand as far as their acquisitions, but it's like I said, it's got lost in the shuffle a little bit with football and Nebraska basketball. Yep. When college football wraps up, we'll try to incorporate a little Royals talk in there.
Transition.
For baseball fans out there itching for some baseball talk.
I did see yesterday, though, Eric, the fences at Kauffman Stadium are coming in 10 feet. They're lowering the fence from 10 feet to 8.5.
Okay.
So,
I guess we'll see if that's a good thing or not.
I mean, it will affect your pitching, obviously, but it'll also help somebody like Vinny, Bobby Witt.
It'll make
Garcia.
for some higher scoring games.
Yep.
For so many years, the Royals have been all about defense.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
Let's have the big alleys. Let's get some extra
defense and speed. That's what I was getting ready to say.
So I was a little shocked by this move by the ownership. But, sometimes franchises cater to the fans.
Sure.
Which is why we have swimming pools, putt golf courses. It's why we have all the football games. You have all the fantasy stuff all over. Professional sports cater to the fans. I'm not one of those people. I don't want all those bells and whistles. I want a baseball field. I want the dimensions set here. I don't want the short porch like we have in New York. I don't need all these crazy things. Just give me a baseball field. Let the teams go out there. Let them play. At the end of the day, whoever's got the best players is gonna win.
Right, and I will add this: in this day and age, you can literally break down, obviously, every game, every pitch of every game. I'm gonna say maybe the Royals have done that as an organization, and they might know, based on numbers, it might be beneficial.
The metrics are in their
metrics,
favor. Yep.
The analytics, the metrics. Yes, I have a feeling that they they might have broke all that down.
Yeah.
And they're projecting that they may be able to gain a little bit by doing this.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking.
My guess is you're right. That somebody gets paid a lot of money to look at things like that. Fly ball, deep fly ball outs throughout the season.
If they think they can gain a little by doing that, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. There's nothing wrong with that to try to get every advantage you can.
And if they lose a couple power hitters next year, the next year you might see those fences go back. You know, I mean, you never know at this day and age.
Sure.
So
no, we're going to find out. But I'm sure they've done their research.
Yeah. Well, I think we've covered about every topic we can cover at the time.
I believe so.
Sit back, strap in, and enjoy a great weekend of athletics.
Yes. Have a good night.